Imagine for a moment that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours. Not in the future, not in some distant dream, but right now, in this very instant. The truth is that wealth is not something that you acquire, it is something that you recognize as already yours. It is already embedded within the fabric of your being, waiting for you to awaken to it. The world you experience is simply the projection of your inner state. What you believe yourself to be, you are. What you believe yourself to have, you possess. We are not waiting for the universe to give us what we desire. The universe is already reflecting the images we hold in our minds. If you have a vision of yourself as a millionaire, as someone who is effortlessly abundant, you are that person in your imagination. You are already that millionaire. It is only a matter of aligning your inner reality with the outer experience. Your thoughts, feelings, and assumptions shape the world around you. The moment you accept the truth that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours, is the moment that reality begins to conform to that assumption. Understand that your consciousness is the key. The world reflects your assumptions, not your wishes or hopes. A wish is passive, it waits. But an assumption is active, it knows. When you assume something, it is as if you are claiming it, as if it is already yours, and the world must mirror that claim. You must become the living embodiment of your desires. If you want $50 million, 0 cents, then do not wait for it to come to you. Live as though it is already here. Feel what it would feel like to be financially free, to have the power to create without limitation, to live without worry. Live in that feeling now, and the material world must conform. This is not a game of pretend, this is the law of assumption. When you claim a reality in your imagination, it is as real as anything you see with your eyes. Your imagination is your point of power. What you imagine, you are creating. Do not doubt for a moment that $50 million, 0 cents, is yours. Do not question your worthiness, for you are worthy by virtue of your divine nature. The riches you desire are already present within you. The only thing left for you to do is to assume it as a fact. You are not separate from the wealth you seek. It is not out there, somewhere beyond your reach. It is within you, within your ability to assume and to feel it as though it has already manifested. You are the creator of your world. You are the one who chooses what you experience. And once you align yourself with the assumption of wealth, the world will yield to you. Do not look outside yourself for evidence. The evidence is within you, in your thoughts and your feelings. Change your assumptions, and the external world will follow. Begin to think as though you are already living in the reality of your $50 million, 0 cents. Feel the joy, the freedom, the security. Let that be your reality now, and know that the world will shift to make it so. It is not a matter of time, it is a matter of consciousness. As you change your consciousness, your experience will change. You must grasp this fundamental truth. The world you see before you is simply the mirror of your own beliefs. Your reality is not dictated by external circumstances, nor is it shaped by the opinions or actions of others. It is shaped by the assumptions you hold deep within yourself. When you understand this, when you truly grasp the power of your own consciousness, you will see that everything you desire, every single thing, including your $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours. It is waiting for you to claim it. Through your inner vision, through the assumption that it is already a part of your life. The material world is not a place where things come from. It is a place where things are reflected. Your inner state, your mental state, your assumptions, these are the forces that shape the external. The outer world cannot resist the power of your inner convictions. When you assume something to be true, when you live as though it is true, the world has no choice but to rearrange itself in alignment with your inner vision. This is the law of assumption, and it is an unbreakable law. You must stop waiting for something outside of yourself to change. You must stop believing that the money you desire is somewhere out of reach, that it is only for others, or that it is an illusion. The money, the wealth, the success, the abundance, It is already yours. It exists in the unseen world, the world of your imagination, and it only needs you to assume its presence, to feel it, to live as though it has already manifested. The reason many people fail to realize their desires is because they are constantly looking for evidence in the outer world. They wait for signs, for a shift in the material world to tell them that what they desire is on its way. This is a grave mistake. The outer world is a reflection, not the cause. It is a reflection of what you believe to be true about yourself and your circumstances. You must stop waiting for external confirmation. You must, instead, live in the assumption that your desires are already a fact. Think of the wealth you desire not as something that is coming, but as something that is already here, already part of your life. Feel what it would feel like to have it now. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in possession of the $50 million, 0 cents. Feel the weight of it, not as a distant dream, but as something that is real, solid, and present in your life. Feel the freedom, the security, the power that comes with it. Do not wait for anything to change in the outer world before you begin to feel it. Feel it now. Live in the assumption of it now, and the external world will change to reflect your assumption. Your imagination is the creative force that shapes your reality. Everything you see in the world around you, every piece of material wealth, every success story, was once a thought, a vision, a dream in someone's mind. Those who have achieved wealth have simply assumed the reality of their desires before they saw any evidence of it in the outer world. They did not wait for the money to come to them. They assumed it, they lived in it, and the world conformed. But how do you make this shift? How do you begin to live in the assumption that your $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours? It begins with your thoughts. Your thoughts are the building blocks of your reality. Every thought you think is like a seed planted in the soil of your subconscious mind. You must plant the seed of wealth and water it with the assumption that it is already in bloom. Every time you think about your desire for $50 million, 0 cents, do not think of it as something you are striving for, something that is just out of reach. Think of it as something that is already yours, something that is already part of your life. The power of assumption works through your feelings. Your feelings are the energetic charge that fuels your assumptions. When you think about your $50 million, 0 cents, feel the emotions that would arise if you had it. Feel the joy, the relief, the sense of freedom. Let those feelings fill your entire being. Do not hold back. Allow yourself to feel the abundance as though it is already yours. The more you feel it, the more you believe it. And the more you believe it, the more your external world must reflect that belief. It is crucial that you do not doubt your power. You must never allow doubt or fear to enter your mind when you are assuming the reality of your wealth. Doubt is the enemy of creation. It weakens the force of your assumption. If you allow doubt to creep in, you are planting seeds of resistance, and the outer world will reflect that resistance back to you. You must be unwavering in your assumption. You must stand firm in the belief that your $50 million, 0 cents, is already a part of your life. Now, I know that you may be wondering how this can work, how this can possibly be true. You may be looking at your current circumstances and thinking that there is no evidence to support the idea that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours. But I tell you, your circumstances do not dictate your future. Your circumstances are simply a reflection of your past beliefs. If you want to change your life, if you want to manifest your wealth, you must change your beliefs. You must change your inner state, your assumptions about yourself, your worth, and your ability to create wealth. As you shift these assumptions, your outer world will begin to shift as well. Do not allow the current state of your finances, your job, or your circumstances to determine your worth or your ability to manifest wealth. The outer world is not the cause, it is the effect. The cause is your inner world, your thoughts, your feelings, your assumptions. If you want to manifest $50 million, 0 cents, you must live in the assumption that you already have it. feel it, think it, and know it. And as you do, you will see the world rearrange itself to reflect that assumption. It is also important to understand that the process of assuming your wealth is not about struggle or effort. It is not about working harder or forcing things to happen. The assumption is about ease, flow, and alignment with your true self. The $50 million, 0 cents, is not something you have to chase. It is already yours. The only thing you need to do is align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with that truth. You do not need to force anything. You need only to accept it, feel it, and allow it to unfold naturally in your experience. This is the power of your mind, the power of your consciousness. Your mind is not limited by time or space. It is not confined to the present moment. Through your imagination, you can transcend the limitations of the physical world and tap into the infinite possibilities of the universe. When you assume that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours, you are tapping into that infinite potential, and the universe will begin to reflect it in your life. And remember, you are not alone in this. You are not separate from the universe. The universe is not something outside of you, something distant and detached. The universe is within you. It is a reflection of your consciousness, and it is ready to support you in the fulfillment of your desires. When you assume your wealth, the universe will respond to that assumption. It will bring people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life that align with your belief. It is all working in harmony, all moving toward the fulfillment of your desire. You are in perfect alignment with the universe when you assume that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours. As you continue to live in this assumption, as you continue to feel the abundance, the wealth, and the success as though it is already yours, you will begin to see subtle shifts in your outer world. At first, these shifts may be small, but do not dismiss them. Every small change is a reflection of your inner world. Every step forward is proof that your assumption is working. The more you live in this assumption, the more the world will rearrange itself to bring your desires into reality. Your $50 million, 0 cents, is not something to wait for. It is not something that will come at some point in the future. It is already yours. It is here now. It is only a matter of recognizing it, claiming it, and living in the assumption that it is already part of your life. The moment you assume that it is yours, the moment you live in the feeling of already having it, the world must conform. Your $50 million, 0 cents, will manifest, not because you are waiting for it, but because you are already living in it. Do not wait, do not hesitate, assume it now, live in it now, and watch as the world reflects that assumption, bringing your $50 million, 0 cents, into your experience, just as it is already yours. The reason we often struggle to manifest what we desire is because we are trapped in a cycle of wanting rather than assuming. Wanting is rooted in the belief that something is absent, that something is missing. Wanting implies lack. But when you truly understand the law of assumption, you will see that desire is not about lack, it is about recognition. You are not desiring something that is far away from you. You are simply awakening to the truth that it already exists and it always has. So shift your mind from the mindset of wanting to the state of knowing. Know without a shadow of a doubt that what you desire is already yours. The $50 million, 0 cents, that you seek is already within your grasp, within your ability to claim. It is not in the future. It is not something you must struggle to attain. The universe is simply waiting for you to assume it as your reality. When you shift from wanting to knowing, everything in your life changes. You stop striving, stop reaching for something outside of yourself. Instead, you live as though you are already living that reality. We tend to look at our current circumstances as if they define our future. The bank balance, the job, the relationships we have, these are not who we are. These are temporary, external conditions. They do not define your worth or your ability to create. You are far more than what you see in the outer world. You are the creator of your reality. If you are not satisfied with what you see, then change it. Shift your inner state, shift your assumptions, and the outer world will reflect it. The $50 million, 0 cents, is not something that exists apart from you. It exists as an extension of your consciousness, and it is waiting for you to recognize it. Now you might be thinking, how can I assume something so big, so vast, when my current reality tells me otherwise? The answer is simple. Because your current reality is a reflection of your past assumptions. Your present circumstances do not define your future unless you allow them to. They are simply a mirror, reflecting your past thoughts and beliefs. The power you hold is in the present moment, in the thoughts you choose to think now. What you assume now, what you believe now, is what will shape your future. When you assume the reality of having $50 million, 0 cents, your mind begins to align with that assumption. At first, this may feel strange. You may question if it's possible. You may look at the bank account and the bills and wonder how such a shift can be real. But remember, what you see in the external world is not the cause of your wealth, it is the effect. The cause is your inner world. Your inner world is the realm of your assumptions. When you assume wealth, the outer world will begin to mirror that assumption. It is the law of correspondence. What is within, so it is without. You do not need to struggle, chase, or force anything. The key is to live in the assumption of your wealth. This is the state of being that aligns you with your desires. It is not about doing more or working harder. It is about being in the state of having. Imagine how you would feel if $50 million, 0 cents, were already in your possession. How would you move? How would you speak? How would you carry yourself? These are the questions you must ask yourself. Once you step into the assumption of wealth, everything around you begins to shift. The universe responds to your state of being, and your state of being must reflect the wealth you desire. Think of your imagination as the creative workshop of the universe. Everything that exists in your world was once an idea in someone's mind. Every piece of technology, every piece of architecture, every discovery, all of it began as a thought. Your $50 million, 0 cents, just like any other great creation, exists as a thought in your mind. It is a thought that you must nurture, a vision that you must hold. The moment you entertain the thought that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours, you begin to create it. The key is consistency. The key is to hold that vision in your mind, no matter what your senses tell you. You are not bound by time or space. The only limit you have is the one you place on yourself. Time is a construct, and the only time that matters is now. The moment you assume that you are already living in the abundance you desire, you have stepped outside the confines of linear time. Your future self, the version of you who is already living in wealth, is calling to you. When you align with that version of yourself, the outer world must reflect it. Now, let us look deeper into the power of your feelings. Your feelings are the magnetic force that draws your desires to you. When you feel the wealth you desire, you are sending out a signal to the universe that you are in alignment with your desires. Feel the freedom that comes with financial abundance. Feel the joy of not having to worry about money. Feel the security of knowing that you can create anything you want. These feelings are the key to unlocking your manifestation. The more intensely you feel these emotions, the more magnetic your energy becomes. The more magnetic your energy, the quicker your desires will come into your experience. But it is important to remember that you cannot allow the appearance of lack to shake your faith. Do not look at the empty bank account or the bills piling up and let those external conditions determine your worth or your ability to manifest your wealth. Those things are temporary. They are not your truth. Your truth is that you are already wealthy. Your truth is that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours. When you stay anchored in this truth, When you refuse to let external circumstances define you, you will see how quickly your world can shift. And you must also be willing to let go of the need to know how your wealth will come. The how is not your responsibility. It is not up to you to figure out the details of the manifestation. The universe knows how to bring your desires to you. Your job is to simply live in the assumption that it is already yours, to feel the emotions of already having it, and to trust the process. The how will unfold in ways you cannot yet imagine. You allow the universe is far more creative and resourceful than you are. When you let go of the need to control every detail, you allow the universe to deliver your desires in ways that exceed your expectations. Another important aspect of this process is gratitude. Gratitude is the energy that amplifies your desires. When you express gratitude for the wealth you already have, you open yourself up to receiving even more. Gratitude signals to the universe that you are in alignment with your desires, that you already recognize the abundance in your life. The more grateful you are, the more you will attract to be grateful for. So, feel gratitude for the $50 million, 0 cents you have. Feel gratitude for the opportunities that are already on their way to you. Feel gratitude for the abundance that is surrounding you. As you do, you will see more and more reasons to be grateful, and your manifestation will unfold effortlessly. It is essential that you remove all resistance to wealth. If you harbor beliefs that money is hard to come by, or that you are not deserving of great wealth, you must let go of these beliefs. These beliefs are nothing but illusions that have no place in your reality. You must replace them with the truth that wealth is your birthright. You are deserving of the wealth you desire. You have the power to create it. The moment you release resistance, the moment you stop fighting against your own desires, your wealth will begin to flow freely. The $50 million, 0 cents, is not something that is outside of you. It is already yours, within you, as a part of your consciousness. You must simply align yourself with it, assume it, and feel it as though it is already a part of your life. The world will then reflect your assumption. You are the creator of your reality, and you hold the key to your desires. As you step into the assumption of wealth, the outer world must yield to your inner truth. You are already wealthy, and the $50 million, 0 cents, is simply waiting for you to recognize it. So step into your power. Step into your abundance. It is yours. When you fully accept the idea that what you desire is already yours, you unlock a power that can transform everything. Wealth, success, and abundance are not distant dreams or future possibilities. They are the present reality awaiting your full recognition. But this recognition does not come from the outer world. It comes from your inner world. The moment you claim your desires with absolute certainty, the universe begins to rearrange itself to match your assumption. The mind is a powerful force, and it is through your thoughts and assumptions that you shape your reality. So many people are conditioned to believe that the things they want are out of reach, that wealth is for others, or that it takes years of struggle to achieve. But this is a lie. You are not separate from wealth. Wealth is not something that exists outside of you, something you need to work hard to attain. Wealth is a natural state of being. It is part of the flow of the universe, and you, by virtue of your divine nature, are a participant in that flow. It is essential to understand that the key to manifesting your desires, including the $50 million, 0 cents, lies in your ability to fully believe that it is already yours. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions shape your world. When you act from a place of knowing, from the assumption that your desires are already realized, you will naturally find yourself on the path that leads to their fulfillment. When you believe that something is already yours, you don't waste time questioning how it will happen or worrying about obstacles. You simply trust that the universe will guide you, that the opportunities and resources necessary for you to experience your wealth will be revealed at the perfect time. As you continue to hold your vision of wealth, you must also remain open to receiving it in any form it takes. You may have a fixed idea of how the $50 million, 0 cents, should manifest, but the universe is not limited by your expectations. Wealth can come to you in many forms. New business opportunities, investments, creative ideas, gifts, or even unexpected breakthroughs. The moment you release the need to control the how, you allow the universe to deliver your desires in ways that exceed your imagination. Each moment that you live in the assumption of your wealth, you are reinforcing your belief in it. Every thought you think, every feeling you experience, and every action you take is a reflection of your inner state. If you believe that wealth is already yours, you will think and feel like someone who has $50 million, 0 cents. You will carry yourself with the confidence and ease of someone who is financially free. You will find yourself making decisions from a place of abundance, not lack. You will see opportunities where others see obstacles, and you will take inspired actions that move you closer to your desires. It's important to remember that doubt and fear are the greatest obstacles to manifesting your wealth. These negative emotions are a result of holding conflicting beliefs. On one hand, you may want to believe that $50 million, 0 cents, is yours, but on the other hand, you may have been conditioned to believe that it's difficult to achieve, that it's not possible for someone like you, or that you are not deserving. These beliefs are lies that have been ingrained in you by the world around you, but they are not your truth. Your truth is that you are a divine being, capable of creating any reality you choose. You must challenge these limiting beliefs every time they arise. When doubt creeps in, remind yourself that you are worthy, that the wealth you desire is already yours, and that you have the power to create it. Whenever fear or doubt comes to the surface, take a moment to breathe deeply and reconnect with your vision. Reaffirm your assumption that the $50 million is already yours. Feel the joy, the security, and the freedom that come with it. When you align with that feeling, you automatically shift your energy and release resistance. The more you practice living in this state of assumed abundance, the less room there will be for doubt and fear to take hold. You may also find that people and circumstances will begin to change around you as you shift your assumptions. The people you associate with, the opportunities that present themselves, and the way you perceive the world will all begin to align with your new reality. This is because as you change your inner state, you begin to see things differently. You will notice new opportunities, new ways to create wealth, and even new people who align with your vision of success. The world around you is a reflection of your inner beliefs, and as your beliefs shift, so too will your experiences. Do it. It's important to keep in mind that you are never alone in this process. The universe is always working in your favor, and it is responding to the energy you put out. When you live in the assumption that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours, you become a magnet for the opportunities, resources, and people that will help bring it into your experience. You may find that doors open effortlessly, that ideas flow to you, and that success comes easily. The universe is always guiding you, always conspiring in your favor. You are a co-creator with the universe, and your alignment with your desires is what opens the door to limitless possibilities. The key to manifesting anything, including your $50 million, 0 cents, is to live in the assumption that it is already yours. Stop waiting for evidence, stop looking outside yourself for validation, and stop allowing external circumstances to dictate your worth. You are the creator of your reality. The $50 million, 0 cents is already within your reach. The only thing standing between you and your desires is your own assumption that it is not already yours. Trust the process. Trust that the universe is bringing everything into alignment for you. Your wealth is already here, waiting for you to recognize it. Every thought you think, every feeling you feel, and every action you take is bringing you closer to the realization of your desires. There is no limit to what you can achieve. The universe is infinite, and so are you. The moment you decide to live in the assumption that $50 million, 0 cents, is yours, you step into your true power as a creator. When you let go of doubt, when you let go of fear, and when you fully align with the belief that your desires are already a reality, you will see how quickly the universe begins to respond. Opportunities will appear where there once were none. New ideas will emerge, new people will come into your life, and the wealth you desire will flow into your experience. You are the creator of your world. You are the one who decides what your reality will be. And the moment you assume your wealth, the moment you live as though it is already yours, the world will reflect that assumption back to you in ways beyond your imagination. So, take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the truth of your wealth. Know that $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours. Live in that truth. Let go of the limitations that the world has placed on you and step into the infinite possibilities that await. You have the power to create any reality you desire, and now is the time to claim it. Your wealth is already here. It's waiting for you to recognize it. And when you do, your entire life will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. As you stand here today, remember that the wealth you desire is not a far-off dream or something you must chase. It is already yours. The $50 million, 0 cents, or any abundance you seek is waiting for you to claim it through the power of your assumptions. You hold the key to your reality, and that key is your belief, your faith, and your willingness to live in the certainty that what you desire is already yours. Release the old stories that have held you back. Let go of the beliefs that tell you it is impossible, that wealth is hard to come by, or that you are not worthy. These are nothing but illusions, and you are far more powerful than these limitations. Your true nature is abundance. Your true self is one of unlimited potential, and the moment you recognize that, the universe will unfold before you in unimaginable ways. Live in the assumption that your desires are already a reality. Feel the joy of having it now. Act as though you are already the person who has everything you desire. In doing so, you align yourself with the flow of abundance, and the world around you will respond. Opportunities will appear, success will come, and the wealth that you know is yours will begin to manifest in ways that surprise and inspire you. Trust in the process. Trust in yourself. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, and the only thing standing between you and your desires is your own assumption that they are already yours. Your wealth, your success, your abundance, it's already here. You are already living it. The moment you step fully into that belief, the entire world will align to make it so. You are a creator. You are limitless. You are deserving. The $50 million, 0 cents, is already yours. Step into it, live it, and watch as the world begins to reflect your truth. The moment you know it, the moment you claim it, is the moment your reality changes forever.